Hi, Julian De Rosier from the IIF here at Minds and Money Connect London. I'm joined today by Andrew. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing?
Delighted to go and meet you, Julian.
Well, I'm very happy to meet you too. Also, Andrew, to present you to the viewers that might not know you. Could you present yourself and the company you're working for?
So my name's Andrew Thake. I'm a divisional director with Minds and Money. I've been with the company for 9 years, but Minds and Money has been around for 20 years. And what we essentially do is do mining investment events that bring together high-quality mining corporates with qualified investors. And we put together events that are 2 to 3 days long, consist content, presentations, panel discussions, along with one-to-one meetings and high-class networking.
And even if we're meeting today in London, there are events all over the world. Is that correct?
Yes, we're running 6 events this year. We're running 2 events in London. We ran a successful event in Miami back in February, an event in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia in January, and we have 2 upcoming events in Australia, one in June in Melbourne, and then one in October in Sydney.
And one of the things that Minds and Money is based on is that what you were saying earlier on the quality of people here, both companies, both investors. What is the sorting or the filtering process like? How can someone qualify to come and sit at Minds and Money?
So with the investors that come, all of them are pre-qualified. We ask them to fill in a questionnaire to make sure that they are serious about investing into mining companies. However, we allow all sorts of investors to go and attend our events. So we allow institutional investors, private equity fund managers, hedge funds, but also qualified private investors, whether they're high net worth individuals, whether they're family offices, or whether they're private banks. With regards to our mining corporates, again, we always go and screen them, because if we are going to put them in front of our investors, we want to make sure that they're valid projects, that they've got something sort of exciting and interesting to say, and we want to make sure that our investors are, if they are going to part sort of with their cash, that they're parting the cash with projects that have a chance of succeeding and going from exploration to development to production.
And do you consider your clients to be the investment community or the mining community or both?
Both, really. You can't have one without the other. So, for us, it's kind of equally important to have high-quality investors and high-quality mining projects. If we kind of lost one, then the other side wouldn't attend.
Absolutely, and that is the introductory to the mining boom we're living right now. I mean, we attend with the IIF, and you guys, you viewers, have seen a lot of our videos all over the world, from South Africa to Toronto to here in London. I mean, it's the first time the energy is so high here in the mining community since a while, and London is a very international hub for it. Tell us a little more about your view on what's happening in the mining right now sector.
Yeah, so I think it's probably the most exciting time to be in the mining sector since I joined back in 2014. I think a lot of it is down due to the energy transition and the minerals and critical minerals that we require for that. And because of that, I think that's seen more generalist investors, or perhaps like investors who wouldn't typically invest into mining, come into the industry and take an interest in sort of investing in kind of projects associated with the decarbonisation, energy transition boom that we are having, and it's going to continue for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Well, this is surely maybe the beginning of a super cycle, some analysts are saying out there, but coming back a little more boots on the ground, how many staff does it need to organize such an event? First of all, the venue is magnificent, food is great, entertainment, the organization is pristine. How many guys you have working on this event?
Well, on this event, about 10 to 15 staff. You'll see some front office staff here, but also some back office as well. Probably about no more than about 15 in total. And actually Beacon, probably globally, we've got about 50 staff worldwide, so we like to think that we're lean and mean.
That's great to hear. So if I am either an investor or either a mining company and I want to be at the Minds and Money, how can I do that? Where do I contact? Who do I contact? And most definitely, how long of a window do I have to do so? Because they have to be sold out pretty early.
Sure. So our website is www.mindsandmoney.com, and on there are application forms and also our phone number as well. We encourage people who sign up to do it sooner rather than later, because if you are a mining company or you are an investor and you want to pre-schedule meetings, you really want to start doing those at least 3 weeks out before the event starts. So by the time you turn up to the event, you've already got a full calendar schedule of one-to-one meetings. Of course, if somebody turns up on the door, we'll obviously still welcome them in, but if you want to sort of maximise your time at an event, we encourage you to book, ideally at least a month beforehand.
And this is great because it touches basically the one-on-ones, and I think this is something that has carried a lot of value here with professional and vetted investors and company on the other side. We personally also have a schedule. It's changing every minute. We can contact directly other guys. It's very, very interactive. How many one-on-one can expect any companies here, and do you also follow up on the result of those one-on-one and how successful it was for mining companies and investors?
So if we have a 2-day event like Mines Money London Connect, and we talk to our mining corporates, they're looking for a minimum of 15 meetings with qualified investors. Now, at this event, they've had a minimum of 20 meetings, so they're very, very happy. We do go and follow up with them and go and ask them as to how those meetings went, which ones worked and which ones didn't, and more importantly, did they go and get any investors who they met who ended up making an end investment. To be honest, I think the biggest proof of the pudding as to whether it works or not is whether they re-sign for next year.
Yes.
And the fact that we've already had sort of, a good amount of re-signs on site at Mines Money London Connect, not just for this event next year, but also for our London event in November, and also for other events in Miami, Melbourne, just shows as to how well the event has gone.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it from Andrew. We're here at Mines and Money Connect London, by far my favorite event of the year. Maybe I'm a little biased here, but I really love it. The location is beautiful. Behind us, we have the Big Ben, the Parliament. It's a pristine place, the organization, everyone. So if any viewers out there, you are professional investors, you are qualified, you are in that sphere, and you want to attend any of the events that Andrew talked about, please go on their website, fill up the form, and then one of your staff, very nicely, by the way, we got phone calls. They're always nice when they call. They're going to vet you, ask you a few more questions maybe, and then you're going to receive your confirmation and your pass. And if you're a mining company, please contact directly maybe Andrew or his team, and do it sooner than later. You heard it, a lot of renewal already next year, and the year is coming soon. So what can we wish Mines and Money for 2023 and beginning 2024?
Well, I think that the future's bright. As I said earlier on, I think with the energy transition and decarbonisation, I think the mining industry has really turned a corner, and it's now not just seen as being a niche investment, because where previously there was just like, the old school of like mining investors, I think we're now going to see newer investors come in, younger investors come in as well, maybe more investors from the ESG space that previously would have shunned mining. So I think the future is very, very bright for Mines and Money, and delighted to be interviewed today.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Andrew.
Thank you very much for your time, Julian, as well.
Thank you.